Hey, what's up, guys? So based on the title, you guys know what I'm going to talk about already. I'm going to talk about pushing Legend every week in order to get a frame, because their arena season. Sorry, I just woke up. The arena season just ended. I know I got top 30. I ended probably around 26, 27 because I did really well the last week, and I was sitting at rank 30. So I think I moved up probably a couple placements because I ended rank 3 this last Arena Rush. So I wanted to talk about it and what to expect if you guys expect to do this. So there's just going to be some random gameplay in the background. I'm not going to do anything specific. I'm just going to be knocking out dailies, really. I'll probably end up just farming the stage the entire time. But basically, I guess I'll just give you a checklist on what you should be doing. Let me make sure this. So basically, if you're looking in to pushing Legend consistently, like you have to commit. If you take a week off, you're gonna have a hard time. Unless you're just going for top 100. If you're going for top 100 is pretty easy to get. Generally, you can do arena just 4 out of the 12 weeks and get top 100, as long as you get over top 50 every time. So it's not that difficult, you know, if you have decent gear, a decent defense, and a decent offense. So when I started out this season, I had one offense that I was using. I was using my DJ Bazaar to counteract all the Bazaars that were on defense at the time. And I was just using SSB and Crow, right? Slow grinding the teams. I was getting win streaks, making sure I didn't lose. And I basically just kept win streaks, and it kept me in Legend. It was able to get me to like top 60, top 70 when the season started. And I was consistently doing that. And by consistently hitting like around rank 50, 60, I actually worked my way up in the top 30 because so many people that were placed higher missed a week or didn't do as well or something. So the fact that I was consistent kept me in top 30 for at least a little bit. And I had a couple bad weeks. Some weeks more people pushed than others because typically what's going to happen is people are going to decide who's getting top 3 in the first week, and everyone will try really hard. But typically, the way that works, like it's no secret. There's collusion, okay? There's just is. There's no, like, unless the actual system of arena changes, there's always going to be collusion in this kind of thing. It's just how it is. So that's something you have to accept if that's something you're gonna do. Like if you're gonna push for top 3, you have to collude. Otherwise, people that are colluding are gonna farm you out. There's no other way to do it. So that's something you have to keep in mind. But going for the top 3 is pretty stressful, and you need a lot of friends to be able to do that. So keep that in mind. Going for top 30 is a little bit easier. As long as you consistently can place top 50, you will hit top 30 in the season rankings. I finished, usually, like, I had the kind of like top 60 beginning, top 60, top 70, and then I improved my offense a bit, and I started placing top 40, you know, like between rank 30 and 40, which was helping my points a lot. And then I improved my offense even more, and I started placing top 20. Basically, tuning my J-Kisei, upgrading my J-Kisei and my C-Dom's gear to 90, that kind of stuff. You need a fast offense, and you need a defense that takes a long time to kill. So I'll actually show you my teams that I use for Rush, or that I did use, here in a second. So, with that being said, that's kind of like what you need, depending on, you know, what ranking you're trying to get. But there's like, I'm going to give you a list of don'ts, and I'm going to give you this example based on a specific person. I'm not going to tell you what his name is, because I'm not trying to like shame the guy. But there's stuff that you don't do. If you want to make your arena rush easier, which you kind of have to these days, because there's not many instances where people just outgear everybody else anymore. I mean, Abdar got his top 3 just because his gear was so much better than a lot of people's. Denjo got top 3 because his gear was so much better than a lot of people's. Those are really the only 2. I mean, Rek as well. Rek got top 3, but his gear was way above everybody else's. And then that was the season where all of Ambition was pushing. So there you go. Like, there's definitely collusion there. It's not a secret. So, trust me, if you're watching this video, your gear's not leagues above everybody else's. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. But you gotta make friends. You can't be that guy that revenges somebody every time they hit you. You can't be that guy that hits people over and over and over again, because you doing that, you're gonna piss people off. And the people that you piss off might have friends. Okay? This is something that's really important if you want to do this. There's a gentleman's agreement, because everyone wants a less stressful time doing arena, right? So if you're that one guy that everybody always sees hitting them back to back, that always revenges every single time, there's a lot of people in Legend that don't hit the revenge button at all. They just go down their list and that's it. And that's a better way of getting points. And that's typically what people do. But if you are one of those guys that revenge war people, you're going to have a harder time. I mean, you can do that if you have friends as well, of course, but it's besides the point. So I'm just going to kind of tell you about this one guy. I'm not going to name him, okay? But, like, basically it was leaked that this guy was a colluder, okay? This guy would, basically there's a Discord. Somebody would be having issues with some person, and this guy was like, alright, bet. And then he would refresh and hit them over and over again. Right? This is how you make enemies, okay? This is not something I recommend doing. Like, if you're gonna work with people that way, that's not the way to do it. Okay, the best way is the truce. The less people that are hitting you during rush, the easier your rush is. It's that simple, right? It's literally just a gentleman's agreement. But if you piss off half of the people in Legend, then half of the people in Legend are gonna farm you, and you're not gonna finish Legend. It's just that simple. Defense is not good. You're gonna lose to something. You're gonna lose to something pretty quick. You can't stop anything or everything with one defense anymore. It's just not gonna happen. The meta is definitely gonna shift with ML Violet and Celine, but there's gonna be some solution where people are just gonna farm every defense. Right now, Tamsaria is the solution to farm tanky defenses. So I think Tamsaria will still be able to farm even with Celine there. Maybe. I don't know. Probably have to bring a tankier S10 so she doesn't get sniped. But so in the instance of this guy, basically, I think 1 week he attacked me like 8 times in 2 hours, right? So, like I was saying, make friends. I had a lot of friends. So I was like, this guy's hitting me over and over and over again. And then my friends are like, this guy's always hitting me too. Blah, 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 blah. Well, there you go. Now everybody doesn't like him. So, and then, like, I was actually talking shit about this guy on stream one day, right? And he DMs me on Discord and was like, I wasn't even farming you, but you hit me 8 times in 2 hours, which is a bit sus to me. So I basically told the guy to get bent. And he said he wasn't farming me, but he'll be farming me for the rest of the season. I was like, okay, bet. Sure you will, buddy. And so I hardly ever seen him attack me after that, but you know that I kind of remembered that. It's like, all right, man, you gonna attack me over and over and over again. And this is just arena politics. This is how it is. So I'm just telling you guys how it is in case you decide to do this, okay? So this is a PSA. I'm letting you guys know how this shit is. And it's all for just a frame, okay? So keep that in mind. So yeah, I didn't even see the guy up in Legend for a while. I mean, it was whatever. But and then last week comes and this guy asks me for a truce through somebody else because I blocked the guy. Right? I blocked him because I don't like him. Plain and simple. Don't like the guy. It's bad manners, like the way he plays the game. So he just made a bunch of people not like him. So I was like, okay, whatever. If the guy doesn't hit me, I won't hit him. But didn't change the fact that everybody else that I know didn't like him either, and he still got farmed out of Legend because nobody likes him. Because he would hit them over and over and over again. It's just that simple. Like, that's not how you do this. Like, and that guy wasn't even able to get a top 100 frame, which is easy. So, like, you don't even really have to try to get top 100. Like, it's pretty easy. Just top 50 4 times during the entire season, and you'll get it. Like, it's not that hard. So. And the guy's gear isn't that bad. It's just his attitude about approaching arena was just scuffed. Like, if you don't have the backing, you can't be a shit talker. You know what I mean? If you don't have a lot of tough friends, then you can't. You know, you can't be like a big guy. You know what I'm saying? So learn from this guy. Learn from what I'm telling you. If you want to do arena, do it the right way. Honestly, I wish it wasn't like this, but it's how it is. You need to form alliances. That's just how it is. If you're looking for just purely skill-based, you need to do RTA. Because that's not how regular arena works. Like, there's collusion, and there's going to be collusion until the system changes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, like, my teams and stuff, etc. right now. So here's the defense I was running for the last hour. Basically, the key is you want people to not attack you. Because this team is just annoying to attack. It stops the fastest cleave in Jake Heisei, because if Tywin counters, CDOM can't burn, my Ruel's not dying. You can't Jake Heisei cleave this team. Unless you get really lucky, and he doesn't proc anything. But my Elena's fast and cuts CDOMs too, so it's just kind of hard. Tamsaria beats this pretty easily. Tamsaria is kind of like the tank buster comp. Or you can do like Oxlots into CDOM, into, you know, Watch a Shuri or whatever. Just nuke a single target at a time. It's the other way of dealing with it. But yeah, that's why I opted to run this. And if we look at my actual arena teams, let's go to the team. I have 5 offenses. Actually more than that, because I constantly swap out units. So I have this auto team that I made for hitting Basar teams that have Charles in them, because this team was safer to hit it than to cleave it. I have my Tamsaria offense, which is designed for busting tank comps. My F Maya is here as an executioner and to tank Aravi's, Fat Cats, and FCCs. So they're not provoking my Isaria and my Tamarin. And my Tamarin's also holding Potion Vial to keep random provokes off and random stuns off, and etc. While S10E just kind of nukes through the team over time. Then I have your standard cleave. Right? These 2 slots here will change depending on what I'm hitting. I will throw in, typically my other options here are FCC. If I'm hitting something that's going to hit me back. Like ML Ken or Charles, etc. This just guarantees my judge doesn't die. Or if there's a K run on the defense, I'll also bring FCC so I can put skill null up so Kayron doesn't solo my team. And then the other alternative I'll use is I'll throw Haste here. So it'll be this team with W Shuri or with her. Haste just swaps with one of these. And this is for when I know there's an Arbiter Vildred that my Jay Kisei's S2 will not kill. And I'll execute with the S3, get the barrier, RB doesn't cleave my team. Unless it's Artorias. It still cleaves my team. That thing's insane. But that's how I run Haste. And then I have just my double speed imprint. This is with my 300 speed Oxlots. Typically, if there's a defense with an Athletica that's, you know, kind of tanky, or a Cerise or whatever, Cerise RB, stuff like that, this is the team I'll bring to that. I'll just cleave it and be one and done. Basically when I just need the speed, and I can successfully kill everything with Jay Kisei into Watcher Shuri. So yeah, those are my offenses. And then I have one down here. This is my DJ team. This is what I was running at the beginning of the season to hit the Basars. Worked pretty well, but it was just really slow. So throughout the season I moved away from using this. I did use it a couple times, but it just takes me too long to win. So yeah, hopefully you learned something from this video. This was just kind of a let's talk video. But bottom line is, if you want to push for a top 100 frame, yeah, make friends. Don't make enemies. Don't be that guy that revenges every single person that hits you. It's just how it is. So it's not, I didn't make it this way. It's just how it is. And with that being said, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Peace.